Hey, rock stars. It is Carla Silver, and I have a short message for you today. I'm going to talk specifically about the fact that I became, in very short order, just less than 6 months, the number one recruiter in a company, and then I quit 2 months later, and why that happened. So, interestingly enough, I want to today. I don't know about you guys, but every single day I look in my Facebook memories. I love looking at memories. There's lots of posts in there that I recycle, etc. That's a whole nother training. But let me share what came up for me today. So I'm scrolling down my memories, and I've got a bunch of memories 9 years ago. And I got to Tony Paz, who's an amazing marketer. 13 years ago, congratulations, Senorita, you're spectacular. And I'm like, I don't even remember what he was congratulating me for, but awesome. And then I scrolled down a little bit further and I saw this one. Wendy saying, congratulations, top winner of the summer contest with the highest results of anyone in the entire company. You rock, my friend. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember what that was. So here's the story. And I think that you're going to have maybe some of you that are watching me will have a really big aha moment because this impacted everything that I did after that. And again, 2 months later, I quit. So I had been at my first company until the beginning of 2013, I guess, or 13 years ago, whenever that was. That company went out of integrity. The leaders made a mess of everything. Don and I probably stayed an extra year and a half longer than we should have. But at one point, I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't think we can do this anymore. We're not making the sales we want to make. The company's just moving stuff around. You know the deal. And so a bunch of these leaders went over to another company. And I thought, well, that looks okay. It looks interesting. I'm going to go with them. And so I started at this other company, and I needed to make money. Obviously, we were paying our bills with the last company. We were leading a pretty amazing life, and I had to recreate that and fast, or we would have been in trouble. So I put my head down, my bum up, and I got to work. And they were having a contest over the summer for the number one recruiter in the company, and I happened to win that contest. I got my very first iPad as a result of that contest. And I had got a trip to New York, all expenses paid, all the good stuff. And so, yay, that was great. Aha, yay, I'm number one. We are number one. All that stuff. We celebrated all that good things. But here's what happened. I attracted the attention of the leadership of that company. So I got to be exposed to the other leaders, which is something you should be doing all the time. There's a success principle number 2 or 3 that I've dropped on this quick video. But I got exposed to the leaders of the company. The company had been around for over 10 years. And I'm not going to mention the company name, all that other stuff. It doesn't matter for this story. But I got exposed to the leaders, and I found out that the number one income earner at that company had been there. She'd been there for 10 years, and she was making $50,000 a month. Now, you might be like, hey, yay, that's great. Actually, it is not. After 10 years, I had come from a company where people were making that in a week, but that doesn't matter. What I realized, and here's the big takeaway, this is the lesson I want you to learn. I realized, first of all, I got my check for the summer and it was not very big. And I was getting a little nervous, like, am I going to really be able to create the kind of income? But more importantly, this is what her income told me. After 10 years, that is not a lot of money. You want the leaders of your company to be making bank. You want them to be making a fortune, not because you want them to make it money. Of course, we want everybody to be successful, but what that does is it tells you that the average person that gets started can actually create an income, that can actually get results, that can actually make some money. And if your top leaders aren't making bank, hitting leaderboards, millions of dollars, then the average person that gets started is going to have a really tough time. And that's what I realized. I'm like, oh my gosh, I had already been able to generate leads. I brought my prospecting skills over. I brought my recruiting skills over, and I could do it. Yeah, I had I don't know, 10 years of experience by this time, 9 years of experience by this time. I had mastered lead generation, I had leads coming in, blah, 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 right? But my success and how I measure what I do is based on me being able to duplicate that into my teams. So it was 2 months later, I was out of there like a jet. And they're like, why are you leaving? I'm like, yeah, because you're not making any money. And we left on good terms, all that good stuff. But it was a huge lesson for me, one that I've taken into when I'm looking at other companies and I'm looking at people's compensation plan. One of the first things that I do is make sure that the leaders of that company are making some serious money. So that's it. I became the #1 recruiter. Yay. Found out some stuff about the company and had to leave. Boo. I hope this video has been impactful, maybe opened some eyes, learned a lesson. Let me know in the comments below. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, let me know. If you're watching on Instagram, hit the follow button. Big love from me to you. Go out there, be fruitful, go forward.